The next attack that we're going to demo tonight is called a SQL injection. A SQL injection attack differs in nature from our previous examples. In the cross-site scripting and the CSRF attack, the attacker would insert scripting code that is processed by the victim's browser. A SQL injection attack differs in that the attacker will try to introduce, or in other words, inject, SQL statements into a web form and send it to the application database with the express goal of having it process the code as if it were part of the application. The eventual object of a SQL injection is to either change or extract valuable data that exists in the database. So, the goal of this demonstration is to use a SQL injection attack to insert a new employee and salary into the salaries table via a search field. Once that's been done, we're going to update the salary of the new employee via the same vulnerability. So, the first thing that I'm going to do is first of all show you that this table is working, that this search field works. And I clicked on OK, and as you can see, I've come up with the same information, J. Smith, with a salary of $20,000. The next thing that I would want to do as an attacker is try to find out everything that's in the salaries table. So to do that, we could simply add a very simple SQL query at the end of J. Smith. And we're going to do that by going to something that I've pre-written here. Now, if we quickly look at what this says, it says search for J. Smith or display if this is true. And 1 will always equal to 1. So therefore, it's going to display everything in that table. So if I copy this and enter it in the search table, the search field, and I copy and paste, and if I click on Go, and we see that the database actually interpreted the SQL command that was sent, and it actually displayed all the information in the salaries table. So now I know that this table is susceptible to a SQL injection, and I could do whatever I need to do with this table. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to try to insert an additional username by the name of George and give him a salary. So if I go to my second SQL command, you'll see here that what I'm going to do is insert into the salaries table the values of George and a salary of $100,000. So if I copy and paste my entry right here, and I click Go, the database is going to go ahead and interpret what I just sent it. Now, I get an error here, but I'm not really concerned about this error. What I really want to do is I want to see if this database took my command. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy my original query, my SQL query, and I'm going to go ahead and enter it into the search field. And I'm going to submit it again. And what we see is what is exactly what I was hoping. I see a new entry by the name of George, and I see that it's $100,000. Now, let's say that since I'm a hacker, I'm going to go be a little greedy, and what I want to do is I want to actually increase George's salary to $200,000. So again, since I know that this database is susceptible to a SQL injection attack, I could go ahead and submit another command through the search field to update the salary to $100,000. And I'm going to copy my next salary here. I'm sorry, my next command. And it says the command is update salaries tables and set the salary to $200,000 where the user ID is equal to George. So if I quickly copy that and paste it in my search field and I run it, I'll get back an error. But again, I'm not very concerned about this error. I should just go ahead and run my first command and see if it took. So if I do that again, I'll click on Go, and what I should see is exactly what I expected. I see that George has now a salary of $200,000, and I've edited this database, and I can do anything I want. If an attacker wants to, he could download all of this information, send it out to a site that he has control of. He could completely wipe out the table, or again manipulate it in any form that he wants. And this is the end of our SQL injection demo.